Welcome, fellow Biafrans, to our evening broadcast, which comes regularly from the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International. We are here from time to time to interact with our people, to discuss with them some important issues that concern our fatherland. Everybody indeed is aware of some of the predicaments facing us in the rickety structure that is called Nigeria. Nobody is happy about it all. It doesn't give anybody any delight. That is why day by day we keep on discussing, trying to find a lasting solution to this our particular problem. Today, because we are having our 18th anniversary, we are here this evening to discuss with fellow Biafrans, to intimate them of the plans, arrangements we have made so far to make sure that our Biafra Day that comes on the 22nd of this month is a resounding success. That is why we are here this evening. After discussing this particular issue, we are going to delve into the problem that is about to beset Biafra land as being made possible by the misguided RBL's IPOB. Everybody, of course, is aware that tomorrow, being the 21st of May 2018, our fathers, our elders, the Ohaneze Ndibo, will be holding a summit at Oka to determine on the structure of governance that will be better for Nigeria. Don't forget that what brought this Biafra agitation, which even Ijele Ndibo said, is because of marginalization, nepotism, and favoritism that have always beset the Nigerian state. If everything had been working very, very well for us in that particular federation, The only thing we should be discussing about will be through federalism, through restructuring, and then the Confederation of Nigeria. But because we are being treated like slaves, even though the bulk of the resources that come from that particular country comes from Biafra land, we have nothing to show for it. On the strength of this, we are talking Biafra. Today, we have gathered once again to tell our people that Ijele Ndibo is still on the saddle. Despite propaganda to the contrary, he is still in charge. Evidences are there. 22nd of this month is a clear testimony. Those who are still in doubt, let them move down to any particular city of Biafra land and see what is quite obvious. Beyond the hour, we are going to discuss this Ohaneze summit. Is there any way Ohaneze is blocking any particular group from achieving Biafra? To me, I say no. Is there any way Ohaneze is sabotaging the efforts of Biafra? Of course, our fathers might have their own views. They wouldn't like their children to go to war. And we must be certain, Ijele Ndibo, the Bim-Massob family, has always said, we must get Biafra, but not through the barrels of the gun. In that case now, we are operating in tandem with the Ohaneze Ndibo. Our statement this evening is not an endorsement of the Ohaneze, no, far be from us. But we are saying that as our elders, as our fathers who fought the first civil war, they deserve their respect, they deserve their honor. Anything they want to do to make sure that their own children have a better society, let us commend them, much as we continue to make our own plans possible. I've always asked some members of the IPOB RPL, in what way has Ohaneze Ndibo blocked you from achieving Biafra? In what way has Ohaneze Ndibo stopped you from bringing Buhari's head from Abuja? The rest is story. This evening, I am not the moderator. Rather, our moderator this evening is Bim-Massob. He will be moderating our broadcast from Lagos. Let me first of all move down to Japan and introduce Echezena Udeze. Echezena, welcome to the program. Hello, Echezena Udeze. Oh, Echezena has left off. Of course, we are not blaming him because this is very early in the morning of the 3 to 4 a.m. and it's not easy for him to be awake all the time, being part and parcel of this particular interaction. Let me move down to Biafra land, or where in particular, where Sonny Emmanuel is. Sonny, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, my brother. You can good evening, all the good listeners and my fellow brothers and sisters of Biafra land. You are welcome once again to this very program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sonny, for being part of this particular program. From there, let me now move down to Lagos and introduce, of course, before then, let me go to Ogun State, where Chinelo is. Chinelo, you're welcome to the program. Hello, Chinelo, are you there? Yeah, Chinelo is online. Maybe it's not hearing me. We have to blame it on poor network communication problems. Chinelo, hello, are you there on program? Okay, now we have to introduce now, with due respect and honor, Bim-Massob, who is going to be the director, the moderator for this evening program. Bim-Massob, you are welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, Oracle. So, fellow fans and lovers of freedom, you are welcome to tonight's broadcast.
Thank you so much. Now, haven't been intimated or acquainted, I introduced you before, maybe you followed the laws of nature. You are welcome to the program. Please say hello to our fellow Biafrans. Udeze.
Hello, my fellow Biafrans. I thank you once again. And I pray that all of us will live to see Biafra. And also, I advise every one of you to support this coming 22 of our independence celebration. Make sure you are there, celebrate with other people. Also welcome our sister Shinero. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Echezena. Let me see if Chinelo is once again online, so that I will get her to be part of the. Okay, she's calling back. Hello, Chinelo, are you there? Okay, please, you have to speak up because I called you before. I tried introducing you, but you were not hearing my voice. So you are welcome to the program. Please say hello to our fellow Biafrans.
Good evening, Biafra. You're welcome to this very program.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Now, we are broadcasting this evening from Lagos, and our moderator is Bim-Massob. Ume, over to you. Before then, let me welcome our people with a brief interlude of Biafra music. Okay, thank you very much. We have to advise all our please, Chinelo, you have to tune down the volume of yourself because everything I'm saying is echoing back. Everybody must let me. I can't see use the word must. We are not commanding.
Okay.
Sorry, please. So everybody should tune down the volume of their cells to enable the moderator to address us very, very well. Moderator, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Oracle. Once again, I say welcome to our listeners. Like my brother Iken has already made us to understand the purpose of tonight's broadcast. And this night we have to discuss our anniversary, which comes up on the 22nd of this month.
Yeah, please excuse me. Please, HS, I don't know if you are really asleep because I know it's very early in the morning. You can just feel free to sleep since the broadcast is taking only 1 hour because I know deep sleep is really affecting the free flow of the discourse here. HS. Okay, back to you, Bim-Massob.
All right, thank you. So, like I was saying, tonight's broadcast will focus mainly on 22nd celebration of our independent anniversary, and concerning the summit that they will be having at Oka tomorrow. First of all, let me go straight to the anniversary because that's the most important. The most important of the two topics we're going to discuss this night. Many people have been confused concerning the 2nd of May celebration, and I think it will be very good if I have to throw some little light on that celebration and the reason for the 22nd. Some get confused thinking that we have thrown away the 30th May celebration, which we started, which the Gen people introduced in this struggle earlier on, which is the Heroes Day, 30th May. But it's very unfortunate that those of us who just joined from middle of the journey, who didn't understand the purpose of 22nd May. Yes, our leader, our father, Bim-Massob, declared the Republic of Biafra on 30th May 1967. There's no argument about that. And after the declaration, there came the civil war that lasted for about 30 months. After that 30 months of civil war, which we the Biafrans lost a lot of soul, and at the end of it all, January 1970 to be precise, the war came to an end. And history has it that the Biafran flag that was hoisted by Bim-Massob, the warlord himself, was handed over to the Nigerian government as a way of surrendering to them by the Biafrans. And that is what gave the Nigerian government and the Nigerian citizens the power and authority to tell people that Biafra is dead. Despite the fact that they keep pronouncing non-victor, non-vanquished status to the war. But you must agree with me that that was just mere speaking. They were just saying that in order to deceive the international community. But in practice, they subjected us to all manner of treatments, evil treatment, mistreatments, which led to the this agitation we're into right now. And on the 22nd of May, 2000, after submitting the Bill of Rights to the United Nations by Ijelendibo himself, Chief Dr. Rafu was written, he was asked by the United Nations to rehoist the flag to show them that he is serious about the agitation he's talking about. And on the 22nd of May, initially he intended rehosting the black flag on the 30th of May 2000. But because of the arrangement of the Nigerian military to foist that arrangement, he then decided to take it down to a particular date unknown to them. And to God be the glory, he successfully hoisted that flag on the 22nd of May 2000 at number 175 Fourth Street, to be precise, in Aba. That gave birth to the struggle, to the new Biafran struggle we all are talking about today, we all are into today. So for those who don't know, they keep wondering, why should we be celebrating Biafra Day on 22nd of May? The new Biafra we are talking about that was resurrected on that very day that the flag was rehoisted. That is the Biafra all of us are there expecting. And that is why last year the celebration it was planned that that celebration had to go from 22nd of May till 30th of May to cover the two events, celebrating our heroes and also celebrating the reawakening of Biafra spirit in our citizens. So I don't see why people should be getting it wrong or getting confused about this 22nd of May. We will call it Biafra, New Biafra Day. As a matter of fact, that is the date that the United Nations recognized to be the Biafran Day, the New Biafran Day. The people who came into the struggle without even knowing the foundation or without even knowing what they were asking for, they keep making mistakes. The 30th May they keep talking about was into Ijelendibo himself was the one who initiated that celebration. And ever since, the Bim-Massob family had been celebrating that. I see no reason why somebody will come up today and call Ijelendibo, Dr. Rafu was wicked himself, a saboteur for celebrating 22nd May, for declaring 22nd May as a New Biafran Day. Somebody who has been consistent in the struggle, somebody who initiated it, somebody who laid down his life. Make sure that every one of us today are calling the name Biafra without fear.
Honestly, let me cut in our moderator. You have really given us a very good historical perspective of this particular day. Some people really don't understand it, but from their own explanation now, many of them will come to the understanding that indeed we are on course. Even some days ago, Dr. Peter Ejika from the States of America called, appealing that Ijelendibo should make this in an extended celebration from the 22nd traversing to the 30th of May to make sure that every day from 22nd to the 30th will be full of activities in Biafra land. So, but I told him that right now, it's too late, but next year he should remind Ijelendibo earlier on so that we can mark some activities to make sure that we cover the whole day. The problem with IPOB is envy. It's quite envy. Whatever they do not understand do not exist. That is what I know. And these are the people who have never achieved anything tangible in terms of Biafra actualization or restoration. The only thing they do is street march past. You wearing uniform. We have gone beyond the street march past. We have gone beyond the sit at home. We have gone beyond all these noisy altercations. We are based on concrete realities because these are the things that are going to give us Biafra. So the information you are giving us right this evening is very, very important for the interest of those who do not understand the very perspectives that surround this particular struggle. Thank you, moderator. Over to you once again.
Yeah, thank you, Oracle. Yes, like the person that called advising that the celebration should be extended to 30th May. That is how the program is planned. Only that because of these our brothers who came in confusion into the struggle, the people decided to leave that thing for now for them. That was why last year we were supposed to round up the entire celebration last year with a football match on that particular date, on that 30th. But when they declared that they are still at home, the dealer said, okay, let us not fight ourselves. After celebrating the 22nd, he said, okay, let us allow them to do whatever they want to do so that they won't blame anybody. That was why that 30th was allowed for them. They may be thinking that we have given a target to them. No, it's not their date, it's their Biafra's date.
Yeah, exactly. So, sorry, if I cut in, bear with it because we are here interacting, we are sharing views.
No, I understand.
So I remember 2 days before that very day, Ijel Ndibo called me very early in the morning, around 6:27 a.m., asking me to issue a statement, asking everybody to observe that particular Heroes Day, which is 30th of May. And like you pointed out correctly, that day is a day set apart for every Biafran. It is not for a particular group. But remember, I have always said it, that one of the characteristics of IPOB is that they like putting their brand name where people have succeeded. If you construct a bridge, they go and put their name. If you construct a road, they go and give their name to it. If you manufacture something, they put their brand name. This is the problem they have. Not knowing that every Biafran was part and parcel of the sit at home that 3 days for security reasons and on the advice of Ijel Ndibo. They took their credit alone. We are telling them, come 30th of this month, when every other Biafran group is saying no way, there will be vehicular activities, economic activities, human traffic activities. Let us see how it's going to be the same again. Time is coming. Move on, please, my moderator.
All right, thank you. So that is the reason why at a point Ijele had to make it clear to everyone. And these people have brought confusion into this problem. But for somebody that is focused, there's no amount of confusion you bring that will make that person lose focus. And that is exactly what happened to Ijele and the Bim-Massob family. Because we have a leader who is focused, who really knows where it's going to, and knows the way to that place. No matter how you try to distract him, he will refuse to be distracted. That is why all manner of distractions they try to bring, he will always manage them with maturity because he knows where he's going and he knows the way. There's no way you tell him that there's a shortcut. If you say there's a shortcut, he will say, okay, you can fly that shortcut. Once you get there, let me know so that I'll see if I can follow the shortcut because the most important thing is getting to our destination, which is actualizing Biafra.
Exactly.
So that was why he allowed that.
Yeah, just a second. Let us go to Ogun State, where Chinelo is. Chinelo, please. Over there in Ogun State, where you are schooling as our correspondent, do people talk about Biafra in your school or outside the school premises? If yes, tell us briefly. If not, you will tell us what efforts you will make to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality over there. Chinelo, over to you.
Thank you. Actually, the place I am right now is a student area. And the students there, they don't believe that Biafra is going to come into realization. But hopefully, most of the Igbo students around, they think that with the way things are going, even some are scared of getting involved in any kind of political crisis in school because of the terms they're given to Igbo students, like that of the Biafra selected areas. Well, I'm trying to see if I can make it come into realization that yes, that Biafra has come and they will stay.
Yes, exactly. What you need to do is not to call a press conference or rally, no. But all you need to do is start from and with the Biafra students there, one after the other, talk to them about Biafra, bring them to the program, we discuss with them. From one person to two persons, from 2 to 3, and the number will begin to grow. We know you are in the school and you must face your studies adequately. So we are not asking you to call a conference, no, or whatever, no, or rally. No. Just one person after the other. It's a gradual process. This is what you have to do for us. Thank you for that, for what you have said. Back to you, my moderator.
All right, thank you. And I thank you, Chinelo, for for your effort there in Ogun State. So, let me just cut it short so that I'll give a chance for others to make their contributions because it's really an interesting topic we must have to discuss.
Of course, Uchenna Okeke is joining us from Makurdi right now. Uchenna Okeke, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, the Oracle. And I want to thank the moderator for today's broadcast. I want to thank God for everything. Well done.
Thank you very much. Back to you, moderator.
Yeah, thank you, Uchenna Okeke. Welcome to the program. Then,
thank you very much.
Something I want to say concerning what Chinelo said. Yes, our people, it's not only in your school, it's not only in the environment where you are right now. It's like that almost everywhere because our people are just like, let me use this particular illustration to explain it. When you buy a chicken, live chicken, and tie it to a stake for a very long time, and that chicken happened to master that little environment that the length of the road gives it opportunity to operate at. After a very long time, when you set that chicken free, it will take some time before it will realize that it can now move beyond that limit that was given to it initially. It will take it very long time to realize it. Then gradually, it will be realizing and begin to extend its movement to other areas. That is exactly the situation our people are into now. When you tell them that they're already Biafrans, that they're already in Biafra, they find it difficult understanding it. They will ask you, why are you saying this? Why we are still in Nigeria? And their problem is this. When you talk about freedom, being free, they misunderstand it with sovereignty. That is the problem. They misunderstand freedom with sovereignty. They'll begin to ask you, if we are free, why are we still under these people and all that? Forgetting that there are whole lots of countries that operate as a free nation, but they are not sovereign. They still use the currency and the international passport of their mother nation because they have not been declared a sovereign nation.
Yeah,
that is why.
That is very true. I agree with you. That's very, very true. Just like the case of Catalonia, they are using the same Spanish passport, why much as they have declared their own internal independence. I agree with you indeed.
So that is the problem our people are having. But the moment I believe after this 22nd May celebration, I believe God that they will begin to understand actually the situation, the position we are in this struggle. So that is why I'm just praying that this 22nd, though it's already here, it's already around the corner. And our people, all they need to do is just to watch out, embrace that day, come out and celebrate, be in a celebration mood. I tell people, we are no longer struggling for anything. We have gotten what we are looking for. We are no longer struggling. So, for those who are trying to create confusion, do not allow yourself to be confused. Be focused. Just ask little questions that will make you to understand what the true situation of this. That is what I'm telling our people. Ask the necessary questions that will make you to understand the true situation. There's no point calling people names, abusing people here and there. Even the person that is working for you, you will keep abusing the person as if the person has committed any crime. No, it's not done that way. Let us leave all those abusive words and all that and focus on what we are doing and keep thanking God for making us a free people, because indeed we are a free people. So at this point, I would like to call on our brother Sonny Bobo, who is in Biafra land, to tell us exactly what the nature of preparation or what we should be expecting on that particular day down in Biafra land. Sonny Bobo.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. My brother Memas Lenus, the moderator today. I want to use this opportunity in adjustment of what you said to tell people more about 22nd of May. So 22nd of May, without 22nd of May, I don't think that we will be doing anything like Biafra today. People should understand that the first Biafra declared by Ojukwu was closed in 1970 after the war. and the new Biafra resurrected, without this very declaration, without raising this flag at 145 for Force Road Aba, 175 Force Road Aba, there wouldn't have been the new Biafra today. There wouldn't have been anything in the struggle for Biafra today. So the 22nd of May is very, very important in every life, in our lives. So it is not something that we can joke with. And it's something that we must take serious. And people should understand. They should understand the 22nd of May. This is the new face of Biafra. The new Biafra we are declaring on 22nd of May, year 2000 at Aba. It is not that we are not observing the past Biafran dates declared by Ojukwu. And you should also understand that this very 22nd of May was endorsed by Ojukwu. So people should not be mistaking themselves on this very date. So the date is very, very important, and that is why our leader is a call for celebration. It's our Independence Day, because without this 22nd of May, we will not be talking about anything Biafra today. So it's important. And as I'm seeing how the preparation is going, many zones, even the contacts I'm having from other zones and the other states, so they are making their preparation very well. Yeah, everybody is going to come out and mark that very day to celebrate in Biafran land, in every Biafran land, to celebrate, to make sure that that the celebration was very, very successful and everything has been put in place. Everything. We will come out with our music, our bands, our trumpets, everything to celebrate. So it's going to be a great day in our life. A day we will not joke with. A day we will say, God Almighty, thank you. We are ready for the 22nd anniversary, 22nd of May anniversary, the 18th edition of the Biafran Declaration. So I can tell you from over here I am with my contact with the zonal leaders and others. So the preparation, everything we are set. We can, as we used to say, we are good to go for the celebration. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, Sunday Baba. That's a direct. When you say you contacted zonal leaders, yes, because maybe we are so lucky in Vobi to have somebody like you as a key member, because we will be looking for stand information from you as the deputy director for information national. So whatever you tell us concerning any zone, I believe that is exactly how it is, because you must have contacted them before telling them. It's your duty. Thank you very much, Sorry, Baba, once again for that wonderful contribution. Uchenokek, I don't know if you are still online. Hello, Uchenokek.
Yeah, Uchenna should be online, of course. No, I think it's Echezona is online. Echezona is online there.
Okay. Okay, Echezona. Can you tell us how you are preparing for, or what you have to tell our people concerning this May 27th? Because I believe some of them are still confused. There are some people that are still confused, asking some funny questions. What advice do you have to tell them and our people in general towards coming out in mass as Jelendibo has directed? What do you have to tell our people concerning 22nd May? Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't have much to tell our people. All I'll tell our people is to bring down your head and learn. Because some of our people are like students who don't even know the class where they are. Some of them don't know if they're in nursery or primary or secondary school or university. Some are just going to school every day without knowing the class. Even some of them don't know their teachers. They don't even know their classroom. Some of them come to school every day and somebody direct them to their class, and tomorrow the same thing continue. So this is time for all our people to come together and know where they stand. When they say Independent Day celebration and Heroes Day celebration, most of us don't know the difference between the Heroes Day celebration. Remember, because there's something to celebrate here because we're in place. Heroes Day, Remembrance, and Independence Celebration. What some of our people are doing is just like celebrating Christmas on Easter Day or celebrating Easter on Christmas Day, which is wrong. We are talking about Independent Day celebration, not Heroes Day remembrance. This honestly, I want to thank Chief Alfredo Wazuke again for his wisdom that he is using very well. If somebody tries to put sand in your rice or in your curry, all you need is to shift the plate front or back in order to make sure that the person doesn't put any nonsense in your plate. I understand why Chief Wazuke abandoned May 30th to RBL and their fellow. It's because they bring that confusion to destroy Biafra strong, just like exactly what he did when they want to manipulate Mazor to make Ushemadu the leader. He attached Mazor Bim and that destroyed them. When you know how to, like as I normally say on my post, when you know how to handle your enemy, you're going to succeed. When you don't allow your enemy to control your ways, your thoughts, and your plans, you must go very far in life. This 22 May of a thing is not new. Everybody who knows the struggle will know the truth. Though some of us just jump by the roadside and jump inside the train of freedom without knowing the meaning. Like as I normally tell my people long ago, I told them that there is difference between restoration and freedom fighting. We are not fighting for Biafra freedom, rather, we are fighting to restore Biafra. As I normally explain to them, when you talk about restoration, it means that thing has been there. It has been there for long. Or somehow it is missing, or it is not the way it's supposed to be. You have to talk about bringing it back. Not that we are looking for something new. I explain to people what we are doing now is not, we are not fighting for freedom, but we are fighting for recognition. We are fighting to bring it back the way it is.
Just a second, please. Please, my brother, hold on. Our sister Chinelo over there in school, I know you have said something. What we are discussing now does not concern you so much, even though you are part and parcel of it. To save the airtime you have, you may disconnect. Maybe in the next 20 minutes, you log in again and be part of the discussion we are going to have concerning the Oka Summit. Chinelo, please. Go on, Echezana. Yeah, Echezana, go on. Go on, please.
Okay, now what I'm trying to let our people understand. For even long ago, I've been trying to let them know there is a difference between making a new foundation of a building and innovation. Renovation comes up when the building is getting old, the building is not the way it's supposed to be. You put it in order to be shining again. But when you are making new foundation, you have to start afresh. You have to start from the scratch, start from clearing the ground. So what we are doing is no longer fighting for freedom, but we are fighting for recognition. As I told people, like some of our people used to, they used to talk about Israel this, Israel that. I told them that our own case is not same with Israel. They used to compare Biafra struggle with Israel, how they get their freedom from Egypt. I told them that our own case has gone beyond that because we are in our land already. Israel was captured and took away. They are under captivity of Egypt. They were captured from their land and took away from their land. But in our own case, we are in our land. All we need to do is to defend our land, protect our land, and the most important, the best way we can do it is to be recognized again, is to stand out again as a country so that our land will be totally secured from enemy. They can come inside again to tell us to come to Abuja and do this or come to Lagos and do that. They will know that we are free people. So all I'm trying to tell all our people all over the world is to embrace this truth. Because looking at the way this is going, you will understand it very clearly that RBL has no plan. There has nothing, no strategy. They like we are going to go to the Oka Summit about Ohanese and IPOB. But let me touch one thing there. Like I said in one of my posts, if truly they believe, if truly the referendum that I'm ranting about is true, if they really trust on that referendum that is going to hold, is going to work, there's no need of fighting Ohanese and people or fighting anybody on the street in the name of them. All they need to do is to take their people, sensitize them, let them understand what referendum is all about, and wait for their referendum date to vote, and then make Biafra reality instead of fighting on the street. But because this referendum of a thing is bubu yaya, they are looking for a way to look for who to blame and who to fight, as if Ohanese and Igbo is the problem. Now everybody eye has to open to follow the real way, which is Biafra. Like as Amadi said, Massob is not a group. Let me make this clear to everybody and to my own understanding. Massob is just a platform to get Biafra. It's just a platform which was made by the person that found this new Biafra struggle for all of us to stand in order to restore Biafra back, to restore our dignity back, to restore Biafra back, and to restore our recognition back. It is not a matter of building, forming a group. No, I tell people that this Massob of a team is a platform where all of us is a foundation where all of us should stand to restore everything about us back. Not all about group, not all about being a leader. It is a platform. I told them some people who are running around trying to pull down Massob and was that. I told them what you people are doing is like when someone makes a foundation of a house, at the end of the day, after the foundation is ready, you now start building by the side of the foundation. So building on top of the foundation. If this Massob as it stands now, if we are ready to build, if we can build IPOB on top of that foundation, we can build Believe Marriage on top of that, we can build LYC or whatever, we can build maybe 100 groups on top of that foundation, it will stand.
And let me cut in place. Sorry, let me cut in the like I have always said, we're discussing. When you mentioned these crooked people, fronting Uchenna Madam as Massob leader, but the cleverness or the intelligence of Uchenna by giving Bim-Massob shattered them. Now there we are glorying that Uchenna Madam was now part and parcel of them, supporting them. But in the last 2 to 3 days, when they issued a statement threatening that they would disorganize or organize a summit tomorrow, you see Uchenna Mado's own group coming out to counter them. You see, God is at work. Uchenna Mado is now coming to counter them, telling them that it's unacceptable, that Ohanese must be allowed to hold their own summit. They have their own, they have their own right. You can see how things are moving, that they can no longer agree. That's what I want to point out. Thank you so much.
I think I know that God is working with that because every able human being, even Uchenna Mado, I know he will be regretting now by associating himself with those people. you'll be regretting, but there's nothing you can do because you made a very foolish mistake of joining them at first. Nobody that joins them that is not regretting, only that shame will not allow them to come out and speak out. I understand what you're saying. So, like as I was saying, if we leave this center, which center foundation, which was there at night, after building by the side, it will collapse, it will not stand. But one thing I'm happy with is that what he did is courageous and he's standing strong on what he believes. When we talk about non-violence, people think it's just weakness. It's just, this we don't know what that is. But now, I thank God that people are coming back to realize their mistakes, their errors, and their senses. Today on Facebook, when you post, you actually find out from those that ask you, you normally see sometimes those people that brainwash them when they post, none of them comment anymore. You understand that you are very close to your coin. And I'm telling you by this time next year, Biafra will come, you have a very powerful start and very strong foundation, which everybody is coming to get. I advise all our people to come out and support Massob. Support Massob. They have made this foundation. Let's not fool our people.
And sorry, please, there was something I forgot. You made a very largest statement that Massob is not a group. Massob is Biafra. That Chief Wazika only used it as a platform to relaunch Biafra. That is quite absolute. Those who think Massob is a group are mistaking the whole thing. Massob is not a group. Rather, Massob is a Biafra itself. That's what my own understanding, and that is true. That is very, very true. Thank you for that statement.
Yes, thank you. You know the mistake our people are making because now they can't know voice out and they are playing on what they do. And I've forgotten that M in Massob means mobilization. That is the point and reason why Owazurike found Nnamdi. We should found and choose Nnamdi. Because in a struggle of freedom, there's nothing like employing somebody compulsively employed. You can only employ everyone in a company, not in a freedom finding. Was Wike found and choose Nnamdi. That's how Bible made you find and choose. That choosing people that you found and choose them to come and work for their father's land. Was Wike found and choose Nnamdi. Because he saw that talent on him that he can mobilize. He has the charisma. He made him the director of Freedom Biafra. For him to mobilize people, for him to sensitize people, for him to wake our people up. That is exactly what was taking Nnamdi Kanu to come at. Which Nnamdi Kanu did that job, but let me put it this way. He did that job perfectly even after hijacking the election. But the situation of things now is that Nnamdi Kanu has finished his job. There's nothing more to do. But because he placed himself as he placed himself as Biafra leader and only one who knows everything about Biafra, that is when he has serious problem now. Because now he has finished the talent he has, there's nothing more to do. He has nothing again to do. The Biafra he promised he cannot do. Now he is in a very hard situation where he has created a lot of problems. He doesn't know what to do. He can't do more than what he has done now. But the problem he has now is that he has instigated many people to death. And he's impatient. He doesn't know how to tell them now that I have finished what I can do. There's nothing more I can do. Let's go back to Nnamdi who sent me to mobilize our people. Because what exactly Nnamdi is supposed to do is after this mobilization, sensitization, and other things, waking our people up, he will go back to Wazirike and say, my brother, or even my master, I have finished my job. And Wazirike will crown him a wonderful crown and say, okay, sit down here, sit down by my right hand side, and let me bring the other strategy for us to move forward. But Nnamdi Kanu will join the enemy and try to blackmail and destroy Massob. He has done the job he was born for. Like, even sometimes when you try to deviate from what God wants you to do, God will use you in His own way. That God only uses Nadikan in His own way. After he has disobeyed the real leader that brought him up. After he has tried to blackmail him and tried to take over from him at all costs. Now he has done his job, just like a conductor and driver. Conductor is made to work as a conductor. But when conductor tries to force himself to be a driver, the next thing he sees as another accident because he doesn't have license, he's not trained to drive, he's only trained as a conductor.
Yeah, let me cut in that. Let me inform the more director that this video is online. Chid equally is online. So HSI, you cut it short so that others will have the chance to talk,
Okay,
and then we go to Oka.
So the truth of it all is that the only talent that the channel has is just to mobilize people. It's a gift. It's a gift. His mission, his talent is that's what was the song and what is to sensitize people, impress people, and wake our people up. That's why he said the radio over here for him to be the director, nothing more. But he go beyond his capacity, try to take over everything, just like when you make somebody manager, you want to take over the whole company from the boss. Like exactly what happened between Jesus and Judas. When Jesus brought him as one of the disciples, he tried to take over everything. But what happened between God and Satan, Lucifer, when God brought him into heaven, he tried to push God away to take everything. God told him where he's suffering today. So let me stop here for now, my boy.
Thank you, Echezona, for that contribution. There's something you said there concerning Nanda. I quite agree with you because I remember when he derailed, we tried to, let me put it that he suggested to our leader, Idelende, that that radio should close down. He said, no. The purpose of establishing the radio is to sensitize people, to make people hear about Biafra. And so long as whatever he's saying that he keep mentioning Biafra, I'm okay by that. People are hearing about Biafra through that radio. So there's no point closing it down. Biafra is all we need. It's bigger than my name, Raf Wazwike. No matter what he says about me, so long as he keep mentioning Biafra on that radio, let him continue. You see the reason he applied there to make sure that the purpose of establishing that radio is.
I don't know if we have lost him. Sometimes this network problem coming from Nigeria doesn't give anybody any rest of mind. While we are waiting for him, Chijoke, you are there. Valentine Mugod, you joining from Port Harcourt, you are equally there. Chid from Lagos, you are there. Any of you can chip in what you want to say.
Please give me 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Hello?
Go on, please. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, what he was saying before he cut off, I pointed out something like that. I said God has His own way of doing His own thing. If like what was wicked, when I talk about this man was wicked, I'm not trying. If I'm the type of person that praises people, I will give him more name than the followers of Nandikana are giving Nandikana, but I'm not that type. Because I believe that everybody has a talent, everybody has a reason why God created him. He closing that radio, he shows that he's not a good leader. But allowing that leader to continue, that's exactly what God normally did when he want to do his own thing. Because the Bible said that God will use the foolish things of the world to confront the wise. Let them be. There was a place in the Bible when people are trying to stop the apostles, and somebody told them that let these people be. If these people are of God, you cannot stop them. But if they are of devil, they will come and go. Other people will come and go. So Wazirike played a very wonderful wisdom game there for allowing him to continue talking and talking. Now the voice is not there for over 3 years now. And the voice has totally lost 100%. It's not coming again. Only the shadow of the voice that he has long ago is what sometimes they listen to it. The voice that is there now is very weak voice. The voice of Uchemefo, the voice that doesn't know anything, the voice that Wazirike did not choose, the voice that God did not choose. The voice is just talking slowly, dying slowly. So Wazirike did a very wonderful thing, not shutting down radio now. Sometimes when you are fighting your enemy by yourself, you made a very great mistake. Allow God to fight for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Back to you, moderator. Are you there? Of course, Judy Chijoke is there from what I'm seeing here. Valentine God is there from Port Harcourt. Of course, Chid equally. But moderator, please, you are there. Judy Chijoke, you are there. Valentine, you are there. The floor is still open.
Yeah, I got
Yes, go on, please.
So, Jude Chijoke, you're welcome to the broadcast.
Yes, thank you.
Valentine God is equally there. Yeah, I've lost him. Yeah. Valentine God is there, of course.
Hello, Valentine.
Yeah, go on with that. Try and round up on this particular issue for us to go to another topic and then call it a day, please.
Okay.
Please, buddy, what of those to come and phone to tell us how they prepare for their listening?
Yeah, I've not been able to reach them honestly, but when we are through with this, I give the one of Enugu a call immediately. Let's see if he's available. Yeah, go on, please.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Valentine Ugoji from Port Harcourt.
Yeah, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like what I met you people discussing about the radio and the director of the I can say that that God gave him wisdom on how to handle the issue of that radio. Because under normal circumstances, every man will like to shut down the radio, to stop accusation, to stop passion on him, to stop people insulting, using it to insult people and the rest of it. But he looked at it and said that noise will preach the gospel to other people that have not heard about Biafra. So he decided to allow Nnamdi to flow. So, and for him to flow, made many people to wake up from sleep, which is also his mobilization. So he thought he was walking in a direction to destroy what Chief Wazirike was using, but he never knew that God was using it to build what Chief was doing. It's just like in the case of Jonah in the Bible. God sent Jonah to go to Nineveh, speak to the people of Nineveh. But along the line, Jonah refused to go. But something happened. Jonah now had to go to Nineveh. And we find out that when he got to Nineveh, he preached the gospel. And many people repented because Jonah preached the gospel. So that is what I saw him as. I saw him as Jonah, who refused to do the work in 2009 to 2010. But in 2013, 2014, he started doing the job. And he did it very well. Though he was too insultive and the rest of it. The message, which is Biafra, was preached. So that is that. So when we look at the area of that radio, we see that the purpose of that radio was not abolished. God used him to do what? To preach the gospel. So he used another wrong dimension to do it. But all we want to hear is about what? Biafra. And today, the thing that Chief was really taking those is running all over. The fire of non-violent Biafra, the fire of actualization through non-violent means. So that is what we want, and that is what we want to see. That is what we want to carry this movement along. He is a very humble man. and he is peaceful. And the peace of God is always with him. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, Oracle, I don't know. I'm struggling with my network here. I don't know if you
Okay.
can take
Okay,
it
let me
from
take
there.
over from there. Thank you very much, distinguished Biafrans who are already logged on here in hundreds and in thousands. Listen to this particular broadcast. All along, we have been trying to inform you more and more on the philosophy behind the Bim-Massob family as a Biafra agitation, group. Of course, we have told you in plain language that Massob is not a group, but rather a representative Biafra. The name was only used as a platform to relaunch Biafra in the mainstream of things. And everybody should get that right into their skull once and for all. And of course, the moderator had earlier informed our people the philosophy again behind the celebration of the 22nd, of course, the 30th of May every year. This is for the interest of those who do not understand anything at all in that particular regard. We have indeed told them, we have done justice to that. If there is anything more, however, to be added, we would like Joker from Lagos right now to say something. But the time has always said anything. Let us agree. So, but where nothing more is coming from that direction, we would not believe that we have indeed informed our people. Don't forget that we said this particular discussion shall take only 30 minutes. There is nothing much to discuss. What people know already, we do not need to take much time discussing it. It's only for the few who do not understand, and we have indeed informed them. All gratitude, of course, shall go to Chief Rapo Wazirike, the Bim-Massob leader, who made it possible for us to be here. And we promise that come 22nd, that is in 2 days' time, we are going to be live on broadcast, telling our people, informing them of what is happening in various locations of Biafra land as we mark our 18th anniversary. Fellow compatriots, we have done for that now. Let us now go to the second segment of the broadcast. Before then, little interlude of Biafra music. We really appreciate your concern, your commitments, and the attention everybody is paying to this evening's broadcast. Fellow Biafrans, don't forget that we are broadcasting to you live from the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International. We are on Skype, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, of course, we are on satellite. We broadcast you simultaneously from these 4 angles. Log on to anyone you deem fit. We are live on air right now. I am Ikenna Obibiegon. Our moderator for the day is Bim-Massob from Lagos. Now, over the day, it's getting to 1 week. Something important has been happening in Biafra land. I put the word importance in parentheses because it has nothing to do with the positiveness. No, or positivity. And what is that? Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, that apex socio-cultural organization, that particular body umbrella governing the Igbo socio-cultural society, led by Dr. Nyamudo, has been under relentless attack by the IPOBRBL group. Over the years, more especially in the last few months, Ohaneze has come under relentless attack by this IPOB. The unprejudiced observer has been there wondering what offense, what crime did Ohaneze indeed commit against IPOBRBL. Has there been any way Ohaneze has tried to impede or to prevent IPOB from getting down to Abuja and coming back into Buhari's head? Is there any way Ohaneze has ever impeded or prevented IPOB-RBM from writing letter to the United Nations compelling them to declare Biafra within 3 months interval? Is there any way Ohaneze has ever prevented or impeded IPOB from acquiring arms from foreign merchants with the billions and millions of naira and dollars and pound sterling contributed by their members in different parts of the world? Did Ohaneze stop them from acquiring arms to fight the Nigerian government? Over the weeks, over the months, Ohaneze has been under relentless attack by this particular group called IPOB-RBL. The question keeps on coming in the lips of people. Is there any way Ohaneze has written to the Nigerian government to quench the fire of IPOB? Is there any way Ohaneze has tried to prevent IPOB-RBL from organizing their fictitious referendum? In what way? Every group indeed has a right to determine the nature of struggle they want, and then to bring into play their own different brand of ideology. But these are our elders who fought the first civil war and prevented the enemy from giving us an outright massacre. They have come here now during the last days for them to understand indeed what nature holds for them. This is the time we are supposed to honor them. This is the time we are supposed to give them this particular respect. But while they are still struggling to make sure that they protect the remnants of their own people, this RBL IPOB group continue to feel that Ohaneze is a stumbling block to their own realization of their immediate dream. Let us be factual. Since the struggle of this Biafra actualization, there has never been a time, either in a day, a week, in a month or year, RBL IPOB has been serious about it all. Instead, what we have is a gathering of economic merchants trying to rip off their feeble-minded people. We know those who are serious about Biafra. If you are indeed engrossed in the Biafran struggle, you don't have to appear like a prince trying to survey his little conquered kingdom. That is the character of the IPOB. Instead of allowing these people to have rest of mind, giving them that particular honor deserving of them. This particular group, frustrated in their own inordinacy, has never allowed these our parents to have rest of mind. We are not here to defend Ohaneze. We are not saying that Ohaneze is thorough and has nothing to do with some mistakes. No. Every group, every individual, every society has their own mistake at any time, at one time or the other. But when we see all these things, either we understand or we overlook. In the case of IPOB, they sound so aggressive day by day, combatant, when indeed, given the privilege, the opportunity to fight, all of them scampered into safety. Hiding till today that even the CEC of the IPOB is nowhere to be found, despite the philosophy he adopted of Biafra or death. Unfortunately, only those young boys and girls who were quite innocent in the whole thing were able to prove a point that it was either Biafra or death, and when it was a matter of choice, they preferred to die that Biafra shall remain. When the CEC, they promulgated that particular ideology, jumped the wall and escaped into safety today with his parents, and nobody knows his whereabouts, cutting away millions of pounds and dollars and naira contributed by the members. And instead of keeping silent, they are still awash on the internet or social media trying to disparage our individuals in the society. Tomorrow, 21st of May 2018, Ohaneze Ndibo, led by Nyanwodo, will be at Oka Ekweme Square to talk to our people. They want to pressurize the Nigerian government into going back to 1963 constitution. That particular constitution that guaranteed true federalism, a kind of outright devolution of power, where each particular component region was developing at their own pace, fearlessly unfeared, without the interference by any other outsider. It's a best form of government. United Kingdom practices it. Germany practices it. America does the same thing. Very many developed countries of the world practice the same type of devolution of power, which is a true democracy. This is what Ohaneze is advocating, because as fathers who fought in the first civil war, they wouldn't like at all for their children to go into a second civil war, because they know the staggering consequences of going to battlefield without the necessary wherewithal militarily. Let me say, even if we are well equipped, being supported by Russia, America, and Israel, there's still no father who would like his own child to go to war. The language of war is frightening. Those who do not understand the intricacies of war, they always try to prattle it like a child during the moonlight days in the village, trying to sing a lullaby. Anything that has to do with war has nothing to do with lullaby, but the children might not understand. Even generals, both serving and retired, would not like to go to war. If you doubt me, go and ask the Israeli generals who fought their wars in the past. Till today, they are still saying, if any other war shall be called up, I wouldn't like to be in the battlefield. Because whenever they shell, the armor tanks continue to shell, nobody is safe. Bullet does not know the language, does not discriminate. When the armor tank is raining bombs, when fighter jets are raining bombs, nobody is spared. And don't forget, when one person dies at the other end of the conflict and the cries are raised, it also affects the other side of it all. In other words, in every warfare, the language is the same. That is why our parents, our elders are saying no more to war, which is in line with what Chief Dr. Ralph Wazika has been saying, that we are going to reach the promised land without shooting a single gun. But those who promise us immediate Biafra, in 3 months of Biafra, in 1 month of Biafra, those people who told us that the Nigerian government offered them 8 states out of 10 states of Biafra, today where are they? Not even one state could be found. Instead, everything was rather a mere vacuous display of intellectuality. What are we talking about? This is a time for us to come together. This is a time for us to say, enough is enough. This is the time for us to say, let bygone be bygone. But a particular group called the RPL IPOD, being misguided in all everything they do, being characterized by limitless atrocities, continue to distract the people that have the interest of Biafra in mind. We are telling them tomorrow is already on the threshold of our doors. We are warning and advising, first of all, to all our parents. If any parent is not tired, or if you are tired of your own child's excessive indulgence in this particular struggle, allow your child to come tomorrow and misbehave. But if you still value the life or the freedom of your child, we are advising all the parents to right now begin to advise their children. On no account would they ever try to near the Equipment Square tomorrow, where the summit is being held, to make any noise. The consequences we know shall be very, very enormous if they try it. We are warning. This is the topic of the day. Gentlemen of the crew, the floor is open. Echesna, you are there. Sonny, you are there. Bim-Massob is there. Chijoke, Uchen Okeke, and host of others. And numerous listeners. Everybody is free to contribute to their own quota. What is happening? Ohaneze under attack. We are, of course, hearing that LPL IPOB is trying to give their members some traditional wares for them to wear, enter the summit square, go there and cause confusion whenever the President General of Ohaneze will be addressing the audience. We have gotten the information, and we are warning anybody that is apprehended trying to disrupt the particular summit tomorrow, the person shall face the music. This is what we are saying, and we make bold to say it. Gentlemen, the floor is open. What do you have to say? Are you encouraging RPL, IPOB into disrupting this particular summit? Gentlemen, those of you touching players or whatever, disease is causing distractions here. We have always said what we have here is highly sensitive. Anything, any noise, it picks it. Gentlemen, is IPOB right in trying to disrupt the Anchor Summit tomorrow? The floor is open for all of you.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. This is Sonny Bobo Emmanuel from Biafra land. I really thank God for this very topic. I've been longing for us to have this topic over the day. It's giving me a very big concern. It's giving me a very big concern in the sense of our brothers, because many of them now are being deceived. It's just like that time they have a python dancing in Omaha, and the Mecca gift was online, writing on Facebook, calling everybody, all leads to Maya, go and defend your leader, go and defend your leader. Everybody should go to Maya and defend their leader. I want to know if their leader is more than, the head of their leader is more than 200 souls that lost their life that period. So I was also that time telling the Mecca Geeks that all these advices you are giving them now, those people you are calling now, you yourself will not be there. So defend your so-called leader. You just relax in your house and asking people to go and die for no just cause. So I want to use this opportunity to tell our people that they should use their brain. They should use their brain. Hello?
Yeah, go on, please. Go on.
Please, I'm begging our brothers in IPOB, please, that they should use their brain. They should use their brain. Please. They should use their brain. And these people are ready to kill. And enough of this dying in the hands of Nigerian securities. Enough of it. We don't want it. We don't want to be losing souls. They should know how the program of Ohaneze is not their problem. It's never their problem for one day. That Ohaneze is doing this, is doing that. It's not their concern. It doesn't stop them from agitating. I have never seen a situation whereby that Arewa people want to, Afenifere want to organize anything, and the OPC will say that they will go and stop them, or they will go and disrupt them. I have never seen a situation whereby Arewa elders want to do something. The Arewa youth will say that they will go and stop them. They should use their brain. They should have the concern. They should concentrate on what they're doing for the liberation of Biafra. They should stop beating around the bush. I understand that the reason why all this thing is happening is because they are baseless. They don't have basic. And the people who are leading them are just using them for no just cause. They want to shed another blood again. They want to shed another blood of innocent Biafrans again. And though they are so-called leaders who are advising them to go for this issue, take their time. And I discovered that each time they wrote something on newspaper, they will use a Mapowafo's name and put there. Why the Mapowafo don't even know how to write even ABCD? So this trick they are using against our people, they should stop it. They should stop it. Enough is enough for bringing our innocent youth to die for no just cause. If they don't know what to do, they let them go and rest. I think the money they collected from Nigeria, is it not enough for them to go and rest? And each time they will go out there to bring our innocent brothers to go and die.
But then, excuse me, let me cut in. So don't be afraid, let me cut in. Are they indeed asking these boys to go and die? These boys that are going to die, are they stupid? Are they foolish? Somebody you have never seen before, from far away England, asking you to go and confront a vicious enemy with AK-47, while he himself with his own children are relishing in Europe, drinking yogurt, taking ice cream in the gardens. Why they are enjoying life of fulfillment in European gardens, they are asking you to go and die, and you agree to go and die. Excuse me, please. Let me just a second. You agree to die. One Muslim imam, an enlightened Islamist, was addressing the Muslim congregation some weeks ago, and he asked them, "Those of you that go commit suicide, you go on suicide mission, you blow yourself up. Do you think you are doing something good to yourself? If suicide is something that will take you to paradise, if it's something that will take anybody to paradise, how come that those people that ask you to go and do that run away when America or Israel or Russia wants to catch them? Why are they running? Why not they blow themselves up? Why not they send their children to go and commit the same suicide for them to go to paradise? But they hide their children in America, in Europe, in different countries of the world. They themselves are always in the hiding, being protected by guards. Life is so joyful, so sweet to them. But they ask you, they're poor, to go and die with the promises of what? Paradise. Which paradise? So, if there is something advantageous in this road, what do you call it now? Road march they carry out every day, this rubbish they carry out every day. Uche Mefo and his own children will be in the front line. But when they keep on dodging, running away, the idiots, the fools, the misguided elements continue to go and die. Those of them who died last time, who is mourning them now? Only their children, only their family. They have been forgotten. But they went there to get empty house. Nobody was there. They were asked to go and protect the good leader. A leader that escaped with his own parents 2 days before the time. That is a madness surrounding some of these idiots. This is what I have to say. Thank you very much, Sonny. Go on from there.
Thank you, my brother Ikena. As I was saying, the thing is giving me a sleepless night because all these boys, they have been brainwashed. They have brainwashed to the extent that they don't even know themselves again. Whatever you are telling them, they will not even listen to you. I have tried and convince so many of them, but so many of them are still hard to believe, to know the truth, because of the brainwash they pass through, because of the oath they took.
Then let them go and die. Let them go and die. No sympathy for them.
What is the essence of destroying, trying to disturb Ohanese in their summit or whatever? What concerns you there? If Ohanese let them be praising Nigeria. They forget. They even forget that some of our parents has even rejected us that we are no longer their children because of Biafra issue. Must we go and kill our parents because of that decision?
I wonder.
No, you have to have your focus. Have your focus. Just have your own way. Leave them. What is there? If they like, let them be praising Nigeria, let them be shouting one Nigeria, let them be saying that they want one Nigeria. It is in their own pocket. But you have chosen to fight for the liberation of their people. Allow them. Why confronting them? Why trying to put confusion in their midst? Have they ever come to put confusion in your own midst? Or have they ever tried to stop you in what you're doing? This is a stupid act. This is a stupid act, and it's from the stupid leaders. Because they don't reason. Because they're baseless. Because they don't have anything. They don't have anything to offer. That's why they keep on making mistakes, bringing problems here and there to our brothers and sisters. But I pity those who will be used. I pity those who will shed their innocent blood again for those rotten, nonsense, so-called leaders. I pity those who will come and lay down their life for nonsense.
Yeah, let us say
their own hellfire,
yes.
Their own hellfire will be double.
Yeah, sorry, there was something you posted yesterday or today where you compare the human life to 150,000. Are you there? Can you bring Biafra on that 1 second? Okay, there was something you posted today where you try to tell parents, choose between your children's life and 150,000. Could you please tell us more on that?
Yeah, my brother, I made that post to warn our people. I made it very clear that either you invite DSS, Nigerian Security Service, to arrest your child, any of your child who is IPOB member, who is planning to go out tomorrow, and pay DSS 150,000 to save life, and release him on Tuesday morning. Or if you can call on our strong giants to hold your child and pay them 150,000 to keep his life and release him on Tuesday morning. Or you get a strong rope or chain of 150,000 and to tie it on your child, who is an IPOB member, in order not to go out and die, and release him the next morning, Tuesday morning. Or if you think that 150,000 is I know that 150,000 is enough. It's not enough for the burial ceremony of your child, and the cry and the pain and the weeping, 150,000 cannot solve the problem, and the burial ceremony also 150,000 cannot solve the problem. Then I finally made it clear that except if that child has become so useless that he cannot even handle a hoe as a farmer, he cannot go to farm, he cannot do anything, he has become useless and problem to the family, that you just want to waste his life or her life, because you don't want to be seen as a murderer, that now you are looking for a way to wipe away that child. Then you can allow him to go out tomorrow for Nigerian army to help you to do the job, so that nobody will see you as a murderer. That's exactly what I said there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Then I need to have other contribution, but after this,
because our sister is online and is very much what do you call it, beggar? How do you call it in Nigeria? MB. And let us see if she has something to say. Now, our sister Chinelo, tomorrow is 21st of May 2018. Our elders, the Ohaneze Ndibo, will be holding a rally. Not a rally, please, a summit at Oka, where they want to pressurize the Nigerian government to devolve power to component units of the federation. In other words, going back to 1963 constitution, whereby it was a kind of confederation. The Eastern people will develop at their own pace, have their own police, everything, manage it internally. The same thing the Oduduwa, the same thing the Arewa, and so on and so forth. Now, this is what our fathers, our elders, our wiser people want to undertake, because they wouldn't like their children to continue to suffer all the time, or to think of going to battlefield, which even Ojukwu said, no more battle, no more war. But unfortunately, the IPOB group has been threatening Ohaneze that they must never hold this summit, insulting the sensibility of our fathers, our elders, forgetting that in the Igbo social-cultural world order, it is an abomination for a younger person to abuse the elderly person. When it is done and that very child receives a cause, it doesn't augur well with him or her at all. So, Chinelo, do you like that this IPOB RBL group is abusing our elders and trying to disrupt a summit they are supposed to have tomorrow? Our sister Chinelo.
To make it brief, on a normal plan, they are not supposed to abuse such opportunities that have been availed to them. Rather than doing that, what they are supposed to do is just to allow you to go carry it on instead of this such weight on them or something of that sort.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Because they have their own right to assembly. That is true. It's their own fundamental right. Okay, let us say Oheze is also a club, a group, just like any other one. Nobody disturbs RBL from their road march past here in Europe or in any part of the world. How come that whenever Ohaneze is holding their own, they want to disrupt? We are discovering some elements of insanity and aggression in all their activities. And this is where every right-thinking Biafran will stand up to say enough is enough. Thank you, our sister Chinelo, for that your contribution. Now, gentlemen of the crew, the floor is still open. Do you subscribe to this idea of RBL disorganizing Ohaneze's summit tomorrow? Either yes or no, tell us why you have chosen the one. Of course, Ume Maslis is there. Ume, are you there?
I'm speaking now.
Okay.
So, my brother, so what I'm, it was in, what I got room, name, ọkọ ebe ọ mapụkọ ebe ọ mapụkọ ebe a gonna pay over ike ọrụ agwụna. When you see a child in a farm jumping from one portion to the other with the hoe, just remove the hoe from the child. The child is tired of the farming, he's tired of cultivating. That's the work of elder, like IPOB and RB, both the leaders and the followers, all the coordinators all over the world, they are totally tired of freedom fighting.
They are tired indeed. They are indeed tired. Exactly. They are confused. They are tired.
All they are now looking for.
Excuse. They are looking for excuse.
Who to blame, excuses, this and that. There is no way forward. There is no way out. There is no way in. They are in serious trouble now. So what they are doing now is to look for who they will say, this is my problem, this is my problem. Just like that, just like a driver driving a car and then maybe he has a small kid at the back and he has an accident. He's trying to blame the small kid at the back that the kid was checking the vehicle. That's the problem. That's the reason they have the accident.
Exactly.
Instead of facing the reality and facts. They have failed and they have failed. Instead of them to leave the way for others to continue, they are now looking for who to blame and who not to blame, even when they know the truth. So, my dear brother, you can see as he's going, Uchemefo is there enjoying himself. He's more powerful and cool, and the remaining evil one among them that are still there enjoying themselves and receiving this shit. During the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, I was listening to Radio Biafra when Clifford the lawyer told the IPOB members in the Biafra land to collect the gun from the Nigerian army and shoot them back. Just imagine somebody with empty hand asking him to collect the gun from the army and shoot.
When the person that was giving the order was in faraway Ivory Coast or Europe or America, this is the problem.
I hear Ucha Sebo Memio asking them to block the head bridge, which take a lot of lives. I heard the Imam Mez telling them to go out on the street show how they love their lead, their director. I had Uche asking them to take picture of everything, all the gun that are shooting them. I begin to ask myself, are these people human beings? You're asking these children to take picture from which direction, from which position you want them to take those pictures. How do you expect them to take those pictures when when the bullet is going out, destroying lives? One guy was one IPOD guy just after that of head bridge, the guy give up completely because where they are hiding in that bush, he could be able to have his phone inside the bush. He was calling Radio Biafra, reporting what is going on. Which before was telling him to take picture to make sure he got the picture evidence of what is going on there. you know, after that, the guy was writing on Facebook. I said, look at how stupid Uche is. He's telling him that they are in trouble. He's calling Radio Biafra for rescue, thinking that they truly have people to defend them.
And asking to drop pictures. You see?
Yeah, Uche was asking him to take picture of shooting going on. How could he do that? You see why we are lamenting. These people has been misled to the level that, because of this oath. This oath has done so bad to us, to our people. Because most of these people that take this oath, that they took this oath that they're not going back until Biafra come. When they don't know that there's no Biafra that is coming, only that their death is coming. So actually, you understand me very well. I normally blame Nigerian government earlier before they die, because I don't believe in medicine after death. I don't believe in medicine after. They know that these people. They know that I know that once they go out, they will die. So I want them earlier not to go out and die, because they will say, "It is one of the why haven't you blamed the Nigerian government for killing my people?" But I told you that they will kill you, and you went out and killed you. What is this of blaming them? That's stupidity. I'm not. I don't have such a RBL mentality. After they kill you, I will start blaming them. I better start blaming you, not warning you, and advising you not to go out. But once you go out, they shoot you there. There's no amount of blame that will bring you back. No need of blaming them, because blaming them is wasting of time. You are gone. You are in the grave. You are in the grave. People are crying. So what is there to blame? So that's why I advise all our youth, don't go out to Oka, and don't even, if possible, don't go to Oka at all. Not even talk of going for disrupt or Hanese or whatever. Be at your home. If Uchemefa and Co think that they can stop Hanese, this thing, let them come back from London and do their job. If they think that is the best way to restore Biafra. And again, I said it that if RBL and if the RBL leaders and their followers are serious, they know what they're doing, this is the right time they should be planning for their so-called referendum. If that is real, if that is true, this is the time they should be sensitizing their people about referendum. If they have any agenda, not standing on the street fighting on Hanese. Hanese cannot be a problem to you if you know what you're doing. Only that they don't have any agenda, they don't have any plan. Now they're looking for who to blame, who to complain to. That is the only problem they have. They don't have any agenda. They don't have any direction to take this with. They're just trying to do it as if they're working, as if they're talking about Biafra. But everything is over. The truth is clear enough that they are just causing confusion. They're bringing trouble. Nobody has ever in life disrupted, no group has ever in life disrupted the activity of RBL, but they are busy fighting everybody, trying to disturb everybody, trying to create trouble, confusion everywhere. But one thing I'm saying is this: hold your child, hold your wife, hold your husband, hold any of your relatives that will go out and die. If you don't
And you see,
want
the
to start
most embarrassing part of it all, the most
Tuesday, and start calling for
yes,
burial ceremony in your compound,
okay,
or start running up and down to hospital and leave your business.
okay,
Hold your children back. Don't let
exactly.
them go out.
Yes, and you
I'm
know
telling
the most embarrassing part of it all.
Now the Kano and Co has nothing to offer. They have done all they could do. Now they are out. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The most embarrassing part of it all is that there are some women who leave their husbands.
Hello?
Yes, don't worry, I'm taking over the challenge. There are some women who leave their husbands to go and get involved in this shameful protest. I don't really know. These women, they have questionable characters. There is no we are on air before. There's no how a woman who has a husband will leave her husband to go and challenge another woman's husband. Yes, I am taking over the challenge, please. You can hear me.
What is going on there?
Yeah, I'm listening to. I'm hearing everybody. Please check your side. I don't know, something's wrong somewhere. Yeah, I am talking here now, right now. Please check your sides. Okay, let me connect. So, what is happening right now is that Ohanaeze must hold their summit tomorrow at Nsukka. Nobody will stop them. Nobody can stop them. And we are making it abundantly clear. Anybody that loves his own freedom, that loves life, should not near Oka summit of the Ohanaeze to cause any type of confusion, to cause any type of distraction. Because if the person is apprehended by the security people, the one has himself or herself to blame. This is what we are saying. So, we have virtually, let me say, come to the end of the program. We have discussed indeed some of the basic things we have this evening. And the next line of broadcast shall be on Tuesday. We are going to broadcast live what is happening in Biafra land and any other part of the Federation. Don't forget that that very day is our own anniversary. We are going to carry out live broadcasts of what is happening. We are going to relay everything on Facebook, on YouTube, on our satellite as they are happening right away in Biafra land, come 22nd of this particular month. To thank all of you who have been part of this particular broadcast. We tried to make it 1 hour, but now we have virtually consumed 2 hours. So, we thank everybody who has been part of this program. Our moderator, Bim-Massob, who spoke to us from Lagos. We thank you so much. We equally thank Echezena Udeze, who spoke with us from Japan, Sonny from Biafra land. Yeah, this is, hold on please. I've been trying to reach him since, but it was not possible. This is the zonal coordinator, Enugu State, who is now giving us a call. Let me see if I can get him now, and he can make a concluding remark. Just few seconds. The coordinator, zonal leader, Enugu State, Mr. Anayo. Let's see if we can get him once again.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, our brother there. You are welcome to the program. Last time we tried to reach you, but it was not possible. You are the zonal coordinator there in Enugu State, and we have been inviting you to come to the program, Voice of Biafra International, broadcasting live from Germany, asking you to come to air and tell our people the preparations you have been making to make sure that this Tuesday is a success, a resounding success in Enugu. So, you are welcome to the program once again. So, say hello to fellow Biafrans who are listening to this program.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. My name is Anna. Yeah, brother, that are listening from this program, Radio Biafra in Germany. My name is Anna from Enugu. So we have been preparing very well, hardly, very well, and we are getting prepared. With tomorrow, we will conclude everything and push forward on Tuesday. So our people accepted what we are doing, and they are very happy with what we are doing. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. In this preparation, have you taken care of security to make sure that nobody will come and disrupt the event, and to make sure again that if anybody is injured, the person will be given adequate treatment? Do you have such arrangement?
Yes, we have done that. Yeah, we have done it last week, sir.
Okay. Now
we have kept all the places, sir.
Okay, that's very, very good. One thing again our people would like to know is this. Are you having some match pass, cultural displays, or whatever? What other activities do you have that very day on ground? Hello? Yeah, that is Nigeria's network problem. Yes.
Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, go on, please.
Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes.
Our leader has given order that which is a celebration day is different from any other day years. We have been celebrating this Biafra independence. So we get prepared by our band, our cultural dance through our Ogene beat.
Yes.
Board.
Okay.
In Enugu.
Yes.
And we are going to march through Enugu urban city from Edinburgh to a new market. We are no violent organization. Last year, I'm involved in the victim. I'm the only regional admin that I involved the people that they are arrested together with the Vanguard man, which we told.
Yeah, we are sorry indeed. Sometimes the network continues to fluctuate. That is the zonal leader, Enugu, and Mr. Anayo, briefing Biafrans on the activities, being mapped out for the 18th anniversary. Yeah, go on. We have recovered you. Go on, please. Okay, we have lost you once again. Well, that is so far we can take, fellow Biafrans. We thank you indeed for being part of this particular program. We thank Bim-Massob who heads well from Lagos. We thank Echezla from Japan. We thank Sonny Emmanuel from Biafra land, Jude Chijoke in Lagos, Chidi Echid equally from Lagos, Uchenno Keke Makode, and our sister, the Queen of Voice of Biafra International, Chinelo, who is right now in her school in Ogun State. We thank you equally for being part of this particular program. We keep on saying we are here to inform our people from time to time and to give them the best of broadcasts. We are keep on informing that in the days to come, that is next month, we shall be on frequency modulation from Munich International Radio that will broadcast a segment of the Vobi Matters. We ask everybody to join. I have already given out the frequency. Everybody shall get us that particular day on frequency modulation FM. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your listening ears. And thank you for the advice you have so far given us. We really appreciate all their contributions in this regard. From the satellite station of the Voice of Biafra International, it has been Bim-Massob from Lagos who was moderating, assisted by Ikenna Obibiego. Thank you very much for being with us. Music Biafra continues for the rest of the night. Oh,